Hola, everybody. Welcome back to the Chaotic Podcast, another episode of Chaotic Tired Podcast.
You all are ready for another sleep-deprivated work release.
Yeah, 6:45 a.m. currently recording. I don't think we'll be on here for too long, honestly. It'll probably be closer to 20 minutes or so, because I don't mind rushing through some things tonight.
Through at this point, just so we can step out.
Yeah, so how is everybody doing? First off, sleepy?
Tired, but otherwise, okay.
What do you think's worse to do this podcast in the morning? Do you think it's worse for the people that have been up all night working night shift, or the people that had to set an alarm to wake up?
I'm gonna say the people.
I'm gonna say the people that work nights.
For real? I thought it would be the alarm thing, because like if I had to wake up and then talk, I'd want to like shoot myself in the face. But like being up all night is kind of just my jam right now.
Can't go one day without somebody.
Yeah. There's not much gaming news stuff like that I want to talk about today. The main thing I wanted to bring up is that after all these years, we are finally getting another part of the story to Grand Theft Auto 5. Apparently,
Dr. Dre is going to be involved with this one.
Apparently, which I don't understand how this makes any sense, because Grand Theft Auto 5 Online is supposed to take place before GTA 5, but well, I guess we'll just go with it because the game's dead anyways. But basically, Franklin's this big shot guy now and big corporate guy, and you'll be doing some missions for him.
He said, "I solve problems for these high rich folks that can't handle their own problems."
Yeah, I think it'll be a cool, fresh, new little paint for whatever. It's supposed to come out with the PS5 and Xbox Series X version of GTA 5, so it'll be cool for like a whole week. But it's probably just one of those things where go pick up this package here and deliver it here kind of thing, you know? Normal. But yeah, it does have Dr. Dre showing a feature in it. I don't know how much he'll actually be in it. Probably like 3 cutscenes and then.
Well, it's just like with the tuners update from over the summer. That had Ludacris.
I bet you they pay high money for that, for 7 lines to be recorded.
Right, and you know for a fact that they're like, yeah, by the way, if you do this, we'll promote beats and shit.
Yeah, like who gives a fuck about Beats anymore? The fact that Beats used to be like really cool headphone things, like full-on headphones that went over, and now they're just like AirPods basically.
Yeah, like I have a pair of Beats too, but like they're really starting to piss me off with the recharging shit.
They really thought Beats were gonna be something.
I remember that was like the be-all end-all. If you had those, you were a rich kid and you were spoiled.
Yeah, I traded mine to get a tattoo though. My first tattoo, I sold my pair of Beats, and then my parents paid the other half.
I mean, hey man, priorities.
Dre doesn't own Beats anymore.
No, yeah, he sold them to Apple.
Yeah.
But don't they still promote them as Beats by Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dakota, I hear something in the background. Is it your TV?
Yeah, it probably is. I apologize.
No, it's alright, boss. I was just wondering if it was on Nathan's end, because I would have yelled at Nathan. No, I'm just kidding. Shit. So yeah, we don't really got too much going on. I bought 6 tickets for most of my friends to go watch Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I bought a ticket that's like half my friends' gifts because I'm fucking cheap and lazy this year. I was like, you know what? I just splurged $60 to get you all tickets to go see No Way Home.
We don't all hang out too often, so that's fine by me.
Yeah, it'll be, and we're all in chaos too. All the people going, so we can take like a big ass picture or something and post it.
Right, make that like the last episode of the year kind of picture.
Well, nah, actually, our last episode of the year is next week.
Oh yeah,
so it'll be before we even do that, because our last episode we'll be recording on the 15th or 16th.
Oh shit! So that's
and then
like literally a day
back
before.
up until probably I was gonna do January 1st, but he probably won't pick back up until mid-January because that'll be the final season, and I really don't want to be worn out, and I need some new original content before we do all that.
Right.
But the weird thing is, if all of us lived in Pennsylvania, I would probably just rent it out the fucking theater because it's only like $140 for like 3 hours.
Oh, fuck, for real?
Yeah, like a whole room you can just rent out and just like do whatever. Like you can even like rent out a big ass room and just like hook your game system up if you really wanted to.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I mean, yeah, that would be nice. Like if we could all get like a chaos thing, get together, $140+, and
Yeah. The fuck, I don't even mind paying for it myself, to be honest.
yeah, but you got to make your money back somehow.
Yeah, maybe charge everyone $5 to enter.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Invite all of chaos, fly out here.
I might end up making a profit.
There you go. Which, speaking of profits and whatnot, when are we supposed to turn in our money for those shirts?
Oh, the 15th. We'll be going over at in our meeting and everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about AJ and John coming down to visit, but since he's not in here, there's not much to say. But I guess AJ and John are driving 20+ hours to come visit us in Pennsylvania from South Dakota.
Ooh, usually my South Dakota usually requires
pick
soap.
Up Chris on the way.
What?
So what are they gonna do? Pick up Chris on the way? Because Chris is moving to South Dakota with them in a couple weeks.
Nah, but they could. I mean, they could technically. They could pick up Chris on the way. Apparently, John's planning on buying a Subaru Impreza or something like that. He wanted to look at a loan today or something like that. But
imagine having all of that intuition to go out and buy an Impreza.
Yeah, I mean, Imprezas aren't bad cars.
I know. I just like to shit on them.
Yeah, we just got to shit on Subaru drivers in general. Going back to the movie theater thing, what would you guys do if you rented a movie theater for 6 hours?
For 6 hours, man, I would have like a big ass like tournament game style between all of us. Like everybody gets like a game or some shit in a group chat. Like say if it's like Mario Kart or something, go in there and everybody's just having like a blast, eating, talking, shooting the shit.
Yeah. What about you, Nate?
I'd probably host like a Mortal Kombat or like Smash Brothers tournament.
I think I'm gonna sound corny for this, but for one, well, it all depends. If it's just me, bro, I'm beating my meat, like straight up, like big ass porn on the screen. Don't give a fuck, like. But if we're talking more practical, then I would fucking straight up do a let's play of The Last of Us. Could you imagine that shit on that big ass screen?
No, because I'm still trying to get over the fact that you said if it's just me, I'm fucking rocking I'm
Yeah, bro.
pulling my hog, you know?
Yeah. Straight up choking the chicken, bro.
So we found in your tax returns that you spent $140 renting out a movie theater. What exactly did you do? Oh, I just fucking raw dogged it, guy.
I splurged everywhere, bro.
Those seats will remember me after I'm gone.
Do you guys ever have sexual stuff happen to you in a movie theater?
Yes, and it is low key the hardest thing, but the funnest thing to do for a sexual act.
Yeah, it definitely it tickles your feathers a little bit.
Agreed.
I think the weirdest one was we were watching some like horror movie, so obviously like some of the movie theater was dark, but you know how like they have those lights that show you where the steps are.
Mm-hmm.
We were by there, and every time something would happen between us, kids or something would walk down right past us, and we'd have to stop, and it'd be so fucking awkward.
Nah, I'm trying to think of what movie it was, but I got my my stuff licked or sucked while we were watching The Dark Tower from the Stephen King movie. Which I'm kind of mad about because I really wanted to actually watch that movie, and then we went in and stuff started happening. So like, yeah,
Yeah, it's just
pissed, bro. I spent $25 to get head. What sense does
basically
that
paying
make?
for it at that point.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna be fair. She did end up basically being a hooker, but
Yo.
yeah, that's wrong. I'm sorry. Kind of, not really. Fuck you, bitch. But
I think the weirdest thing about doing shit in a movie theater though is like there was this one time and the same thing was happening to me that happened to you, Quentin, but like a guy apparently saw us and after the movie he saw me, he's like, I saw what you were doing, good job. I was like, who the fuck are you?
my man fist bumped me from 4 sections away. Like I turned around, but like
we both walked out of there that night with our heads down.
hey, her head was down first though.
I mean, yeah. We're not gonna say who was first, this, that, and the other thing, but it was definitely her.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we're kind of just on like a movie theater topic tonight, but what's the favorite movie you've ever seen in theater?
My most favorite movie that I've probably seen in theaters was the Spider-Man 3, the from the original trilogy, because we saw it. It wasn't in a movie theater; it was in a drive-in.
Yeah.
But we were watching it, and spoiler alert for people who haven't seen the movie within the last 10 years. When Harry dies, which is the Green Goblin's son, when he dies, half of the fucking girls you could hear just screaming over the audio because they didn't want him to die. It was the best.
Yeah. Speaking of, that's probably mine is also a Marvel movie, but Endgame, bro. Everybody went fucking nuts when Captain America could lift Thor's hammer.
I was just about to say that.
That shit made me like gave me chills.
I went and seen it with Andy and our friend.
Another good one was like any horror. Okay, go ahead.
Me and Andy went to see it with a couple of our friends from school. And, when Cap picked up Thor's hammer, all you hear is somebody in the background in the far back at the theater. Oh shit!
Yeah, no, that shit was crazy, bro. Like, I remember I was at one of the AMC theaters too, so it was like one of the big ass ones.
Mhm.
And shit, sorry. And basically fucking all I seen, I was in the back of the theater. Somehow I got tickets in the back, but all I seen is everyone just start throwing like popcorn and shit everywhere and like freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I think the best thing about like movie theaters comes with the territory of like if something happens to somebody's favorite character in the fucking movie or some shit happens that they don't like, popcorn, soda starts flying, candies everywhere, people are cursing up a storm, kids are crying. It's the best.
Kids are crying. Kids are crying. The funniest thing about you saying the kids crying thing is I'll never forget when this isn't a movie or anything, but it was when Conor McGregor made his return against Cowboy Cerrone. And within like we just got the kids to lay down this when Todd and Corinne first got together. And they just laid the kids down. And Jasper was just born and fucking Connor like knocked Cowboy out within 40 seconds. I got up and I screamed as loud as I've ever screamed in my entire life and woke all the kids up in the house and shit. But that's what that reminded me of.
What I love about like the whole story with Todd and Corinne when they were living with you guys is like I can just imagine you guys Saturday night, all the kids are sleeping like you were just saying, and like the slightest thing happens and you're seeing all yours. Oh fuck! Kids come out, start crying and shit.
Yeah.
Man, fuck them kids. I'm just
Fuck
kidding.
them
I
kids,
love
bro.
them.
I'm doing shit, bro.
Speaking of Todd, he started playing Warzone again with us, and I can say
I saw the
out of everybody in Chaos that plays Warzone, I've gotten at least one win with everybody. I think.
Is that me, motherfucker?
I told Logan, I was like, it would be fun as fuck for one game night if we could just get enough people to do a custom Warzone match.
Is that
That
even
would
a
be
thing?
sick. Yeah.
I'd do a custom Warzone, but I'm not playing online because fuck that toxic bullshit.
Well, the only problem is we'd have to do it on like one of the smaller maps, like Rebirth or something like that, because the Warzone map for how many people we have is just too damn big.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Todd sent me his kill feed from the Warzone match with you and Davis and whatnot. Y'all better pick up your game if someone like Todd is getting 11 kills out of all of you.
Todd's good at battle royals. We used to drop when we would play Fortnite when it was still relevant. We'd fucking drop like between me, Kayla, Todd, and Logan. We were each dropping like 10 kills. Like we were clearing half the lobby, bro.
Yeah, but the thing, like, I don't know. When I always play with Todd, he's never really like cracked. You know what I mean?
Nah, you definitely it's random ass times that he's just like on top of the world.
Yeah, but I'm not that aggressive I'm not an aggressive player like that though.
Me and Davis are. Me and Davis shout monkey men and then run into the fucking windows.
Fuck no, bro. Are you guys more of a drive-ins or movie theater kind of person?
I'm gonna say movie theater. I like the drive-ins, but like the movie theaters, everybody is kind of quiet. They kind of understand the rules, whereas like the drive-ins, everybody's speakers there. Some people
I don't like the
have
delay
it
at
at different
drive-ins.
volumes, and you can just hear the difference, and it sounds annoying as shit.
I don't like the delay at
Yeah, there's
drive-ins.
that too. Also, quality.
Yeah. And like
Shit.
every time I go to the fucking drive-ins, it ends up being like foggy or raining. And I'm like, man, I just end up going home before the second movie even starts. And that's another thing. I don't know one person that really can, but I'm not the type to sit down and watch two movies back to back if I'm not interested in them.
I
Right.
have to do something between movies.
Like
Every
and for
year.
the drive-ins, even if you don't like the first movie, it's common courtesy that still show up for it because like you don't want to be like driving through the thing while everyone's already parked and watching a movie. It just makes
Right.
you look like a dickhead. So like I'm not trying to stay up 3 extra hours just because y'all had my favorite movie last when I could
See,
just go to the movie theater and be done with it.
that's exactly what I was just about to say. That's why I like movie theaters a little bit more because it's like I know what movie I want. I can go in there and sit down. The movie starts and it plays. I don't have to like wait for a movie to finish to watch my movie. Why pay for the extra movie that I'm not going to be interested in or watch?
It's just also a chiller like atmosphere. Like drive-ins is cool if you live in like a small hick town like we did, but like I don't
Me
know.
and Andy always thought it would be cool if to go to a drive-in kind of thing while we were sitting on the water and like inner tubes and watch Jaws. I was like, yeah, then somebody could just be the asshole and just start dragging people under the water.
Yeah, until like when it becomes nighttime and everybody's watching the movie and you're freezing your nuts off because you decided to watch a horror movie that's almost 2 hours long in the water.
Yeah. All right. We got 2 more questions. All right, we're going to power through this shit, boys, because I'm getting
Let's do it.
tired. So, Dakota's question: which Marvel TV show is your favorite, and what episode made it take off?
Ooh, right now, I would have to say, for me, Hawkeye is probably the one I just started watching that I'm really interested in.
I haven't watched any of the new shows. I just started Loki.
I haven't started that one yet. I want to, but the third episode of Hawkeye was probably the most. I probably had the most action out of all of them so far.
Nah, the Netflix one I feel have the most action.
I feel out of like all of the shows, and you guys are probably going to agree with me on this, but Punisher,
Yep,
the
first
Punisher series.
episode.
I was gonna say the first episode, or really, if we're getting it, like, was the first episode where he was like smashing the wall?
Yeah, technically the first episode that Frank shows up, or the Punisher. or John Bernthal, whatever you want to call him, is in Daredevil season 2.
Right.
Is when he first shows up, because I honestly couldn't stand Daredevil until Frank showed up.
Well, what's really cool about Punisher is the fact that the guy is like really like he's trying so hard to keep it to comic books and shit. He's very protective of the character, which you don't really get a lot. And he is Frank Castle. I mean, like I could not picture a better guy who plays Frank Castle better.
Yeah, Daredevil. So apparently I messed up. They confirmed it a while ago that the Netflix shows were in the MCU, because they even talk about like what happened in the first Avengers, but apparently not. But Charlie Cox, the guy who played Daredevil, has been re-signed to be Daredevil's MCU. But so far, John Bernthal has turned it down because he doesn't want to water down Disney version of the Punisher.
Which I can respect. I love the fact that he would do that because that's who he is. He,
Yeah.
But yeah, Punisher first episode throughout the entire series for me.
All right. Well, I have to get off the call here soon so I have one more question before then, because I have a meeting with my boss. If the people in the last TV show you watched had to save you from being kidnapped, what is your survival rate out of 100?
Infinity.
What was the last show you watched?
The last show that I watched was an anime, so don't make fun of me, but it was One Piece.
I've not seen it, but I'll make fun of you anyways.
It's the longest episode series. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say probably a good 90%.
Okay, what did you have?
Supernatural.
Damn it, Sam.
Pudding.
Pudding.
I feel like mine's definitely like 98%, but I might leave with a broken arm because the last show I watched actually was The Punisher.
Ooh.
So like John Bernthal better save my ass.
Look good doing it too.
Yo, all right. That's where we'll cut off for the night. Thank you everyone for joining. I know that this was a shorter episode. Tune in next week for the last episodes of this season, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Sorry, or Happy Holidays, my bad.
Yeah, love you all. Watch every other episode. We're tired.
Yeah. This is our least entertaining one, but go watch the Marvel one. That was a great one.
Yes.
All right. Good night, Craig.
Good night, Craig.